Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This clip is going to be very short indeed. I think it's just more of a connecting with everyone. It's my first Sunday upload since crossing the 1,000 subscriber mark, and the numbers continue to climb, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support of the channel, and it's exciting to witness its growth. It's Sunday, September 20th, 2020, and I'm actually getting ready for a conference which starts tomorrow. And I'm already having some issues with my throat, so I need to shake that off before tomorrow. So in talking to you today, I won't necessarily be giving you a new technique. The upload just before this one is an exercise that's certainly worth going through a few times until you feel you really have it down pat. The thing I want to emphasize, though, in this clip is that knowing what you want is determinative. It's the thing that you really need to start with before you even begin to contemplate what technique of Neville you might use or how you might use it and so on. And even before you start thinking about what it's going to be like when your desire is fully manifested rather, it's really important that you pay particular attention to knowing what it is you want. Neville refers to this as having laser focus, and actually speaks about the many hours he would often spend in contemplation, allowing his human mind, to be taken down associational tracks as he contemplated the idea of things he might want to give life to in the physical world. Remember, we are giving human agency to the conceptions of the Creator. I refer to infinite intelligence as God, to consciousness as God. So when you hear me use the word God, it has no religious connotation. And I know for some, it's not necessary to qualify that statement, but I think it's important that I'm clear about the language that I use and how I use it and why I use it. And just thinking about the things that you desire to express, as I say, be very, very clear. The more detail you infuse your ideas with, the more real, the more possible, which is essential, that what you're trying to bring into the world will feel to you. Remember, this is not about you attracting things to yourself. I know that there is a lot said about what is popularly called the law of attraction. I do not touch that subject at all. We come into alignment. We make internal adjustments as human beings that allow us to give human parentage or human agency to the conceptions of God. Neville calls our desires the invisible gifts of God. And what's beautiful about that is that we bear none of the responsibility for bringing together the resources to make things happen, for bringing together the relationships that will make things happen. We have none of that responsibility. All we need to do is consent by adjusting to, becoming comfortable with the idea that what has been impressed on us is now an objective fact, an objective reality in the world. Another thing I'd like to say, this is, as I say, not the normal type of upload. I'm just really scrambling here. I've got a pile of reading to do, but I just felt I couldn't let Sunday pass without at least saying something to you. So another thing I want to say is this idea of dreaming greater than the best you've ever known. What does that look like to you when you think about the way in which you would, your life would be if you really knew that you had power and you knew how to use it? What sort of things would you do? What sort of contribution would you make? It's perfectly all right if what's been impressed upon you is an expression of your life that is far superior to the life that you're living now. But if you are somebody who has ambitions that touch on the lives of other people, be they political ambition or financial, whatever it might be, what does that look like to you? How do you see yourself functioning in that role? And I think that this is the perfect time for us to get excited about what we can be with this power as a fully functional and operational resource in our lives. Even in this time, as people are beginning to rebuild, we've had one wave of this COVID-19 pandemic, and we're talking about second waves and things like that, lockdowns and re-lockdowns and all sorts of things. And a lot of people have been sent back to rock bottom. Many people are okay. Whatever your starting point at this moment, what does greater than the best you've ever conceived of for yourself look like to you? I think it's time for us to level up, and I'm hoping to have time to do another upload tomorrow, and I really feel impressed upon to talk about greatness. I think it's time for a level up when we, let's level up with Neville, that sort of thing. Let's start to treat it with maturity, if you like. Mitch Horowitz, who a lot of people will know and associate with me, often spoke about the distinction between what I do and so many others do. And this is not a brag. It's just nice to know that people see that there is something very, very different about what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And this is what I want to talk. Yeah, I've decided this is what I want to talk to you about tomorrow. It's really important that we start to get super mature about this. All of those things that you want are givens. To have the special partner in your life, to have the money you need, all of those things are givens. But how do you actually become that person who makes the things you want a reality in your life? Not someone who, as I've said before, is just a cheerleader for other people. But how do you become the person who can be really sincere in your objectives and confident that you know how to make your objectives a reality? So until the next upload, I think that's something that would be good for us all to contemplate. I'll be talking about greatness, hopefully tomorrow, if not later in the week. But apart from that, wishing you all a wonderful day. It's just a quick stop by to say thank you. And I can't wait to be with you again. Until next time, stay phenomenally you.